All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the Akim out there preaching His word in true sincerity. This is your brother Shamar coming back with another lesson. And in this lesson, I wanted to speak on how you're starting to see basically everything literally fall apart, as well as backfire on Esau for the things that he's been doing. So like one of the things, for instance, is like the forbearance with the moratoriums with paying your rents and everything for people that own houses and stuff. Now it was an article I seen on social media, on Twitter, I believe, and it's basically they're claiming that it's not a lot of people, but we know realistically they're not going to tell you the real information or as far as the numbers, right? So it was an article on CNBC has said foreclosures are surging now that COVID, mor- mortgage, mortgage bailouts are ending, but they're still at low levels. Now, we know that the reason that it's still at low levels is because it's just starting basically, right? All right, because we were saying this last year, all right, when the government was saying that it's okay to not pay your bills, to not pay this, not pay that. Now that it ended, all that money that you didn't pay, that's all that money that you owe on back pay, right? If people can't afford to pay back their, student loans and things like that, what makes you think they're gonna be able to afford to pay back all that money they owe on their houses or on their rent and things like that? All right. So now you're going to start seeing a lot of people get kicked out, a lot of houses going into foreclosure, a lot of people just have, being on the streets, really. All right. And then the other aspect too, as well, like I was saying with the backfiring, is how Esau is mandating that employees, take the jab. Now, since he's mandating it at all these jobs, there's certain people or a lot of people that are once it's going to start being instituted or forced at the companies, a lot of people are going to walk out the job, because they're not willing to compromise their morals to keep that job, as far as having to take the job just to keep working at wherever they're working, because it's not every job or company that's doing it, yet it's a lot of them that's starting to do it like one by one, so to speak, because Sleepy Joe is forcing it. All right. So you're literally just seeing America crumble apart, man, from people's living situations as far as their homes and apartments to people walking out on jobs. And when people walk out on these jobs, what is that going to do? That's going to further cripple the economy. All right. Because then you're not going to have people to bring in money to that business. That business is going to go under. You're not going to be able, then that's going to like have a ripple effect to many other things within the American economy, man. All right. So America is just basically done at this point. There's no coming back. All right. Now, the first scripture I wanted to get is Ecclesiastes 12:1. It says, "Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them." Now, you should have been seeking after Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai before things got ugly, because that's exactly how our people are, man. They only want to turn to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai once things are literally bad. But then when everything was going good, where were y'all at to be found? Where were you at to sacrifice, make your life a living sacrifice, like it says in Romans. Yeah, like it says in Romans, man. All right, you sacrificing your life, becoming you, losing your life so that you may find it in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, where were y'all at when everything was good? But then you're gonna have everybody want to all of a sudden get more spiritual, turn to the to a higher power, turn to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, try to get into the scriptures once everything is getting bad out here, just like when the pandemic first started. Once when they had locked down everything out here in the Bay and we couldn't come out there on the highways and byways, then what? You seen everybody want to all of a sudden be all on the live stream, all in the comments, like, where can I come out see y'all? And then where are those people at now that everything is kind of back open, right? So our people, that's just Jake, the epitome of Jake. Jake want to only turn back when you're in dire straits instead of turning back to the Heavenly Father before the hell comes. That's why it says in the scriptures, all right, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. All right, because a man of wisdom and understanding, he's not going to wait until things get bad to try to prepare. You already see it coming because you've been on your watch, all right, and you're going to prepare prior to the bad times coming. And how are we preparing ourselves? By being in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to have that hedge of protection around us when all these things are going on, because they're going to affect us as well, because we live here in America, yet Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to provide a way for us to sustain ourselves while these things are taking place. Okay? In verse 2, it says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. And that's what you're going to start seeing happen more and more. Your outlook on America is going to be more dim and darker. There is no a bright future, so-called, for you within America, all right? Because everything here is literally being stripped away from you and being made more difficult for you to live here, just to be here in America, all right? Now, you have to be jabbed to go do this, to go do that, to have a job, you know? You gotta literally do whatever this devil tells you to do, or else you're not going to be able to live your life, man. And then the work out here is going to be through as well. This devil is making AI bots, artificial intelligence to replace people. So he doesn't need you anymore. So you're literally not even useful. You don't have any purpose here for Esau at this point. He doesn't need you for physical labor, for nothing, because he could have AI do it. He's in the process of making that happen. All right. Continuing on, it says, and the door shall be shut in the streets, and the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So the work is basically, he's not out here anymore, man. All right. Things are only going to continue to get worse and worse from this point on, man. All right. Like I was saying, these things are going to have ripple effects within the economy. All right. Because by people leaving and walking out on their jobs, what is that going to do? That's going to hurt that company, and that company does what? Bring in money to America. And by less money coming into America, that's making the economy even worse, breaking it down. All right. And when money's not coming in, money's not circulating. Okay. So that's going to affect everything, domino effect, as well as the, foreclosures with the house and more people being on the streets. What you think that's going to do? All right. All these different things that are going on, they're going to have different, domino effects that affects everything. And we're literally seeing this happen, with our eyes, man. All right. We're actually seeing the downfall of America take place right before us, right now. Yeah, it's not going to happen literally overnight, but we're seeing it happen incrementally. All right. Now, let me, I wanted to get next scripture I want to get is Habakkuk, because this is a vision that was appointed, that we've been seeing, known was supposed to come to pass, man. All right. But it was set for an appointed time. All right. Because the scriptures in Acts tell us how our forefathers been looking for the day that our kingdom would be established, the day that Esau would go down. All right. Because we know in second Ezra, it tells us that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay. And us knowing that Esau is the end of the world, what do you think is going to happen? We're literally seeing the end of the world, man. All right. This world coming to an end, his rulership coming to an end. Okay. He had his apex when he was at his peak, and now he's coming down and he's on a precipitous decline, man. As well as his economy and the people here that trusted in America, they're going down along with this place. All right. All you people, are you mainly speaking to our people, which is you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. You trusted in Babylon. You thought you had a future here. You thought you had a purpose in America, that you were going to be living on for many generations. You was in the spirit of Esau, all right? Thinking that you would be here forever when you're not going to have, you don't, in his mind, you wouldn't have a place here, man. You would literally be a slave again. All right, but going back to the scriptures, in Habakkuk 2:1, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And we've been standing on our watch, man. We've been hastening these days, man, for this place to be going down, all right, for the more prophecies to come to pass, to see what's going on. All right, we're standing upon our watch, man, and filtering it through the scriptures. All right. Verse 2, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. And that's what we do, man. All right. When we run, what are we doing? We're out here, preaching, man. And it's made plain. All right. It's not anything that's like super difficult to understand. It's really plain and simple. All right. If you had a spirit dealing with you, okay. It's verse 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And we're at the end because these visions are literally speaking, man. All right. You're seeing the stage being set for the mark. All right. He has that system in place for he has a system being set in place for it to be an easy transition. And he's getting everyone desensitized to the new standard or the new norm, that is going to be, which is what how everybody's all of a sudden getting into digital currencies or whatnot, getting rid of physical cash, him switching to all the cards in your phone, so it's like tap, you tap to pay or whatever. And what is that going to easily transition into? That mark being inside your hand or your forehead, wherever in your body, where it's just a tap and you go. That radio frequency that just reads with the system. And you're part of that system. All right. And that's what he wants ultimately. Okay. So we're at the end and all these things are speaking. We're literally seeing these things come to pass. Yet you have to have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai on you to understand the times that we're living in, man. Okay. And the masses of our people, they don't understand nothing what's going on. All right. That's why the scriptures say in Hosea 4:6, our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. And you're literally about to be destroyed because you didn't even know the whole time how you've been thinking Esau's been getting ready to roll on you, man. He's been plotting his agenda to crash everything, all right, to roll in with the troops. He's getting ready to show his horns, man, like it says in Revelations 12:12, man. We're actually seeing these things happen. Like it said, at the end, these things shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come. It will not tarry, and these things will surely come to pass, man. All right. And we're seeing Esau do what we knew he was going to do as far as the men and, the men and the women that do believe, who are in the spirit and been watching these things, man. All right. We already knew these things were going to come to pass. We just been sitting back waiting for it to happen. And we've been warning our people, blowing the trumpet, warning our people day in and day out. And what have our people been doing? They've been asleep. All right. That's why it says in, matter of fact, I'm going to get that next. In 1 Thessalonians, to not let us sleep as others do, man. Because this is going to come as a thief in the night for everybody else. This is literally a shock to them. The things that are going to be taking place and that are taking place now. People are literally shocked, like, man, I can't believe they're literally doing all this. Like the basketball dude, Kyrie, they're like, man, they're literally going to, how can you like force somebody or take somebody's money from them if they don't want to take it? Or how can you try to force me to and like literally punish me for not wanting to do something when it should be an option or whatever? So these people are literally bugging out because you don't understand the situations that we're in, man. You don't run anything here, man. This isn't your society. You don't have any freedom. All right. This is Esau running things right now. All right. And he's showing you that you don't have any say so in anything. The so-called freedom that you thought you had was what he wanted you to think that you had, man. All right. And this is First Thessalonians 5:1. It says, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night." And that's exactly how things are going to happen, man. Like a thief in the night. All right. For these people, like I said, because if you're staying on your watch, how can it be a surprise to you? You've been watching and waiting. All right. Because we've been expecting these things to come, because we've been warned from the Heavenly Father. All right. And he told us about these things prior to them taking place. So we've been sitting here on our watch, watching and waiting for these things to happen, because we already know the signs. The Yahweh Bashem Yahushai literally gave us the signs to look out for. All right, when you see this happening, boom, you know you're closer to the end. All right, Esau's gonna roll on you. He's gonna He's gonna come with that great wrath. He's gonna push the mark. He's gonna do this, do that, and we're seeing all these things taking place now, man. But the masses of our people, they have literally no clue what's going on, man. And that's why it's going to come as a thief in the night for them. All right. Verse 3, it says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." And that's what you see going on. Like I was mentioning earlier, all right, when they were saying peace and safety, like when the pandemic first started, everybody couldn't work, this and that. Oh, don't worry about paying your bills. Well, it's all covered. You don't have to worry about it. Moratorium, da da da. Now look at you. All you people that were abusing that used it, now you're through. Because you actually owe that money back. You thought that you wasn't going to have to pay it back. You're done. Now you're getting the boot out of your place because you still ain't on your feet. That whole year and a half or whatever that the moratorium was going on, you still ain't bounced back. Now you literally, you bounce it out into the streets. All right, but this is what Esau wanted. All right. This is exactly what he wants to happen, though. And you people, since you were so simple to believe that he was going to keep on aiding you and helping you out, giving you assistance, you were reprobate for thinking that. But that's our people. They're literally reprobates and sottish children, like the scriptures say, man. You getting all that free money and stuff from the government, you never thought it would stop. But here it is. You lose literally all that help and assistance that the government been giving you. People is literally going to get taken away. Unless you do everything that he's telling you to do, including taking the jab and the mark in the near future. All right, but continuing on in verse 4, it says, "But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober." And like I said, these people are literally asleep, man, because they don't have a fucking clue of what's going on, man. But we've been on our watch and we know what's to come to pass and the things that are happening, man. All right, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, and we've been watching watching for these things to take place, and we're seeing it take place now. So we're not asleep as others are, but we're awake and we're watching and we're sober minded, man, because we understand the times that we're in, and the times that we're in are evil times, man. All right, and it's only going to get worse from this point on. You're going to start seeing now you're finna start getting ready to see the ripple effects take place on the economy and the people even more. All right, the ones who've been super dependent upon the system and and basically been dependent upon Esau way too much. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna wrap up on that and give all praises again to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, and Shalom to the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.